r/AskReddit, you wake up in your 16 years old body and the year you were that age. You have all of your current memories and abilities. What do you do with your life? I'd have a lot more confidence and more of a screw you attitude toward drama and unkind actions from peers. Don't date that girl for almost 4 years. A 44-year-old brain in a 16-year-old body. I'm gonna get shit done, starting with my 401k. This is my most sincerely held fantasy. Hug mom and dad. Tell my dad to go get checked for cancer. And give him a hug. Edit, thanks for awards. Let's give the people we love hugs tonight. Invest in Amazon and Google. Find and meet my wife 5 years before we met. I need that time with her. She passed away 3 months ago and I'd do anything for more time with her. Go straight to a psychiatrist to get ADHD medicine. Get mom to a hospital before the blood clot forms in her leg. Start sports betting, because I doubt I would remember winning lotto numbers on specific dates, but I sure as should remember who won Super Bowls and World Series. Edit to address a couple things people keep saying. 1. Bitcoin wasn't invented until I was 30. 2. I'm anti-capitalist, so helping the billionaires become billionaires isn't my thing, but I may give some advice to loved ones. 3. Every Vegas casino has sports books, so you can spread bets around there and not do it too often, so you don't raise eyebrows. 4. You don't need to bet a lot on long odds stuff to make a lot of money. A couple of strategically placed $1,000 plus bets on 1,000 to 1 odds would have you sitting pretty and also probably not cause a butterfly effect. I try to make better decisions. Don't succumb to the stereotypes of the era and take the home economics class I wanted to do. I could learn to cook but was afraid to because it was a girl thing to do. I would have discovered my love for cooking at an age I could have really done something with it. Try to figure out my class schedule as I've long forgotten what that was. Take better care of my car and my grades. Have the courage to talk to the girls, especially the ones I found out too late who were interested in me at that time. Look at different options for career paths. Invest in what we all now know are sure things and make a few sports bets. Hug my grandparents tightly and spend more time with them. Cry, due to the loss of my wife and daughter. 1981. I would go insane with grief over my wife and daughter. Buy a guitar. Start a metal band and die young. Fuck it, I'm done. Break up with my boyfriend and cut my toxic best friend out of my life. Would sure as hell save me a lot of trauma and consequential therapy. Cry because now I have to redo high school again. Not give a shit about what people think of me and be true to myself. Get on the right medication I so desperately needed. It would have changed everything. Lose the weight. Save my grandmother by insisting they take her to a different hospital. Convince her to leave her abusive partner. Spend more time with my younger sibling and cat. Cherish everything I've lost. Go outside more. Basically just sat in front of my computer that year. Run away from my toxic mother as far as possible, and claw my way into an emancipation order with the courts. Go to the gym and invest in Bitcoin. Like as much money as I can get my hands on, all into Bitcoin. Stay in school instead of skipping all the time. Loudly crying face. Call NASA. Tell them to stop the Challenger launch. Actually apply myself academically during high school and go to college straight out instead of in my late 30s with a husband, house, kids, and full-time job. I had no one to tell me how smart I was and how capable. Whatever I'm doing RNBC, I'm currently 16. Find my wife a lot sooner. Not have a cigarette. I would kiss a girl and I would like it. I would immediately hug both of my younger brothers. They were taken way too soon and I would do anything to have them back. After that I use my knowledge to invest and I start worrying about the future much earlier than I have now. I'm happy again. Not drugs. And also not take that truck. I'd try and save the family vineyard. It wasn't until we sold it in 2010 that I realized exactly how special having land like that is. I was only 16 at the time, but I would have focused my studies on viticulture and winemaking so I could have stayed in that industry. Go meet my future husband. He was down the street the whole time and I want more memories with him. Be gayer, earlier. Not gain 30 pounds after messing up my knee. I write down key events and memory joggers. Buy lots of gold at $32 per ounce. Invest in Vanguard Mutual Fund, Apple stock, and Bitcoin as soon as they are available. Time the tech stock bubble burst of the late 80s. Take some trips to Vegas to make large bets on big sports upsets. Set up some good tax-friendly trusts and charitable corporations. Then spend most my time using the money to further humanitarian and ecology projects. On a personal note, travel more. Including hiking the Inca Trail to Machu Picchu when I am young enough to do it. I would do better in school. At 16 I didn't think I was gonna survive myself. I thought I was gonna end my life before I graduated high school. I never planned for my future. I never buckled down and worked hard even though I've always been smart enough to do so. I'm 25 going on 26 and going back to school to finally get my college degree, and there is no time frame on education. I just wish at 16 I invested energy into my future. I felt like I was worth that energy. Think about boobs 18 hours a day and be miserable about it? Not get type 2 diabetes. Edit. Thanks for all the advice. I do know about all the solutions given. In the UK, so the NHS is taking good care of me. Seeing as I would enter into a long-term emotionally abusive relationship 5 days after my 16th birthday, I think I would steer clear of that. I'd invest in Bitcoin as well. Save my money and invest in Amazon, Facebook, Google, and Bitcoin. Make shed loads of cash, forget about university, and take care of my family. Leave him. I transition straight away instead of waiting a decade this time. Never date my ex-husband. Stay away from the toxic people I've had in my life, even though it would probably be the most painful thing I'd ever do. Invest in Bitcoin, push myself harder my senior year of high school. And just love myself more. Better. I do so much better. Assuming we're saying I wake up on my 16th birthday. Warn a bunch of people not to fly on September 11, 2001. Likely end up in a loony bin. But at least I would have tried. Get a MRI and deal with my brain tumor sooner. First thing I would do is dump the guy who cheated on me in the first 6 months of our relationship instead of being married to the asshole for over 20 years. Run far FKN away from my hometown to never meet the men I have. I'll take the same route but definitely with more initiative because this journey is happening the way it's supposed to. Stop eating crap. Seek help for Ed. Be choosier about guys. Invest, especially since I know what's going to boom. EDA, since so many people like this, I will add that if possible, I want my husband brought back in age, too, and I want the same family. If not, can he be my dad? Totally different relationship, but he's the best man I know. I invest in Bitcoin, and stop worrying about job security after. Live an entirely different life because I now have the knowledge that my dad's suicide was not my fault. No need to drink myself stupid and look to boys for validation. Get better grades. Work out hard. Take MMA/swimming lessons. Plan to take software engineering. Party hard. Be a lot kinder to my parents. Take all of my quinceanera money and invest it in Amazon. Stop smoking weed and tell my mom to get me checked for ADHD and get me on meds/therapy for it. Take school seriously and avoid dating until my frontal lobe has fully developed. Run, fat boy, run. Start exercising daily and stop caring about what other people think. Probably be upset that I'm trapped. But also I guess I get a head start on where I want to take my life. OMG, this is my biggest fantasy. I would do so many things differently. If only. Take more pictures. Study. 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 Get to a great school, study some more. Find a quiet, brainy, tetchy guy, marry him and then enjoy life from 24 to infinity. Wasted so much time and talent partying with the bad boys, woman face-palming, medium skin tone, regrets. That would be 1974, today, I have a Ph.D. in electrical engineering. So many options it would be hard to decide where to start. If I thought for 2 seconds this could truly happen, I have a literal book of things I would change. But, I have an incredibly beautiful and supportive wife, a most remarkably independent daughter and an intelligent, athletic son. They would have to be guaranteed to be born and turn out the way they are now or no deal. I'll continue to live with the burden of regrets if I can't have them. Still, it'd be a kindness if I was able to change a few things. Just stay home that day, Dad. Call off, Mom needs you. I'd have to screw the father of my children no less than 3 times to get the children that I have now, then kill him. Bet that the Florida Marlins are going to defeat the Cleveland Indians in the '97 World Series. Along with any titles I remember. Also, stop 9/11. I go to school, quit the cheerleading team, join the debate and chess club and focus on my studies. I dump my loser boyfriend, get a part-time job and start saving for college. My adult self knows that my parents were not going to help me with college. My 16-year-old self naively assumed that they would help me out. Go into full-blown depression because my 2 children no longer exist and will never be born. Not gestures around vaguely this. Spend more time with Mom. Fucking invest. I'm gonna be rich AF once I'm this age again. When I was 16 I was banging/dating a girl that worked at the gas station by my house. I stopped when I found out she was just a couple years older than she should have been. I thought if someone found out she might get in trouble, so I cut it off and dated only girls my age. I've always wished I would have stayed with her and seen where it went. We had a damn good time together. In other news, I would have blown way less money in my 20s and probably be retired by now. Hookers and blow. 2 years to try and stop 9/11. Well, now that I understand stress, can spot out BPD in others and don't need a kidney transplant cause I'm 16 again. I'm switching my college major from physics to computer science and talking to all girls I'm interested in. I'm also not gonna trip so hard about getting anyone pregnant cause being a dad of one is the best job ever. I'm also gonna talk my best friend into not getting into hard drugs and toxic relationships so she doesn't OD, so my kid can have an actual auntie in her life. I'd also get closer to my parents even if they mistreated me at that stage of my life. Also, cigarettes are bad, I'd not even touch them no matter how bad I want one. Fix all my life's mistakes after 16 years old. Convince the world that I'm a prophet by posting videos of my visions and let them slowly be discovered. When I become famous, I'll start my own religion. I'll mass followers and take over the world by force and eliminate all other religions. On my deathbed I'll release a final statement saying I deceived everyone and then everything will be chaos. For my get-rich plans. Place big sports wagers on events I remember the results of. Invest in Google, Amazon, and Apple in the early 2000s once I have any amount of money. Invest in Netflix when it becomes a thing. Buy a bunch of Nintendo stock in 2005 before the Wii is announced. Dump it prior to Wii U being announced, and then buy again prior to Switch being announced. Mine Bitcoin at the earliest opportunity, and buy it while it is less than $1 per coin. Sell it when it is in the $60,000 range. For my personal plans. Start doing judo at that age instead of my early 30s. Exercise using what I know about working out while 16 years old. Make an effort to switch jobs prior to getting laid off at key points in my life, which may be an issue for me until I earn enough from investing/gambling to not need to work. End communication. Hug my brother and tell him I love him. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you have enjoyed this video and subscribe to never miss an upload.